What's good, everybody? This is Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, and we're back at it with a Black Clover Chapter 305 spoilers and leaks. And oh man, it's so early that there's just a little summary, and there's the pictures, and whoa. This is insane. So if you like these videos, definitely hit the like, definitely hit the subscribe, hit that notification bells, and make sure to leave a comment. It helps out with the algorithm so much. Let's go ahead and get into this. So the speculation is it's going to be the vice captain of the Golden Dawn as far as the name of the chapter, but it gets intense. Basically, it picks up where everything left off with Langris, Yuno, and Zenon. And man, so apparently Langris uses a mana zone. Yes, a spatial magic mana zone went down. Langris's spatial ball blocks Zenon's tails. Langris is charging in, and Yuno pulls out Spirit of Euros, and it's a bow and arrow. Now that's like a little quick summary, but when we look at the actual, now these aren't in order, so it looks like we did get a color page, and it looks like there's some ranking that's going on. I don't like the fact that Yami is number 7 and Dante's number 4. What are the? I don't get that at all. Literally at all. There's no freaking way. But anyways, but we looks like we have this, intensity that goes on between Zenon, Langris, and Yuno, and now this looks like the end of the chapter, and this is where Yuno has a freaking bow and arrow about to go towards freaking Zenon. Now, interesting thing is that Langris in this other scene, Langris is like right in front of Zenon, and it looks like Zenon realizes what's about to happen. And then we get this really dope scene of Langris basically blocking the hits from Zenon so that way he doesn't hit Yuno. And it looks like he's, it looks like this really interested back and forth between Yuno and Langris, where there looks like there's some respect there for sure. But we do see this part where it looks like, the bone did penetrate through Langris, but it looks like at that point, that's when, Langris is just like, all right, now, now's the time to do it. And man, this looks so intense. But I'm hyped to see freaking Langris's mana zone, if that's what it actually is. It looks pretty intense, and he's like going straight up to Zenon. But the one thing that gives me the straight up chills is this last picture. And this is probably gonna be the thumbnail for this particular video, because you see Zenon with his full-fledged bone mask on, and that looks intense. It looks like this is him bracing himself for the attack that Yuno is about to do. Now, looking at everything, we can see a couple of things that ends up, that might end up happening. Now, from here, let's talk about, a couple of things I like. So, Langris potentially using a spatial magic mana zone is super, super fire. I don't know about y'all, but that sounds dope. Now, the thing is, though, if we're dealing with Zenon's devil, then hey, more than likely Zenon's able to do the same thing. But I like the fact that Langris was able to create as far as this spatial ball that helped to the fact that Zenon at 100% wasn't penetrating those. So that was super dope. The other thing that I liked was the back and forth between Yuno and Langris. As far as what I'm seeing, it looks like some really, just some play for banter between the two. I really like that. And the other aspect was, Zenon getting this full-fledged bone mask on, and that looks intense. What do I think is gonna go down? Well, Animegasm brought up an interesting point when it came to Langris, and a lot of other people brought up as far as the Black Bulls coming, but what I would say is very, very interesting for the fact that it was the Black Bulls that not only is one of their members the brother of this person, but remember in the one, as far as them doing the one tournament before the elf arc, the elf reincarnation, and it was the Black Bulls that came in swinging for Finral. I just find it very, very interesting if they were the ones that would come in and then now save Langris. Because I do not think for a second that this attack that Yuno is gonna do is gonna somehow defeat Zenon. No, I 100% do not believe that. I don't even think that Zenon's been going his full-fledged power this whole time, even though he's at 100%. I do not think for a second that he's actually going all out. I think that with this extra, his face being covered fully, I think he's going to be getting into that. And that's when we're going to see, as far as, what I think is going to happen. And I may put some of this on the chapter 306 predictions, but I think that Yuno is going to do this move, and it's gonna do some damage, but it's not gonna be enough. And I feel like either Yuno's gonna need another power up, or Zenon's gonna realize that they're pretty much at their last little bit. This is gonna be probably the last little bit of their energy, and it looks like Langris already got pretty jacked up, so what I think may end up happening is they're gonna be depleted of power. Zenon's gonna go for a particular move, and then 306 will probably be where we see, probably at the end of 306 is probably where we're gonna see Finral and a couple of other members of the Black Bulls. Because remember, with Magicula being gone, everyone else is gonna start heading over to Zenon, possibly to Morris as well. But we're gonna see. Anyways, what do y'all think about these spoilers? Are y'all excited for chapter 305? I know Yuki Tabata took a little break. I'm glad that he came back with a banger, it looks like. I think there's going to be several key things that are going to be in the official. I think there's definitely several panels missing. But yeah. Anyways, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit that subscribe, that notification bell, and if you want to support me directly, I have my own manga out, the Most Random Manga Ever. So yes, it reads like a manga, it starts from the back and all of the goodies. This is the first cannabis themed manga comic, so you can read 8 issues for free on my website, link in the description, or you can get volume 1, which includes 11 issues in digital or paperback. So yes, definitely check that out. And my new single, Invincible Summer, as well, link will be in the description. Anyways, other than that, it's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction. Peace.
Thoughts in the deep science, got the sun in my pocket, build your resilience. So when the next winter cycle comes, I prepare with no losses. The work of the soloists are bosses. At the heart of my winter, there's an invincible summer. Invincible summer.